I'm your host, Daniel Torridon. We've got Mariella Kermy over there in the corner of obscurity.
Hello, hello, hello.
There she is. And on tonight's show, we're going to be talking about past lives. Ooh. We're joined by David Donnelly and Denise Wise from Peaceful Cacophony. We've also... Oh. Yes, it's Matthew. We just dragged Matthew out of the cupboard to say strange but true. Denise, you're not only a rock singer, you're also a past life detective. Tell us what that is.
I am indeed, and I made it up myself.
Oh, well, there you go. I mean, you can't beat that.
I know what regression is and hypnotherapy and so on. I've had it once or twice that I've done that myself. But I actually discovered that I could sleuth clues and keys to past lives by using synchronicities, and that includes all sorts of things like numbers, dates, locations, sometimes life circumstances, even looking alike and character. So there's lots of things that come in.
We're talking here reincarnation. I understand from the little I've sort of looked into this, you have had at least one Egyptian past life. I think you're a female scribe, I read somewhere, to a high priest during the time of Pharaoh Akhenaten.
Yes, I think there might be two lives. I get confused about which is which, but one was female working in the temple with another temple worker who was a male.
Do you remember this?
Sometimes I do get told things by psychics because I go for psychic readings sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Well, the last time I did that, I was told that I was a high-class hooker at the time of Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
It didn't end well. Also, I'm apparently a reincarnation of Emily Dickinson, the American poet, which you subscribe to that, don't you, Mariella?
I think there's a very high probability of that.
Yeah, because I write poetry, and I never knew about Emily Dickinson, but if you read Emily Dickinson's poetry and mine, it's like you're almost reading the same thing.
Yes.
Even down to the fact that she uses long dashes.
Yeah, the M dashes.
The M dashes to add emphasis to the poetry. It's very fascinating. You got poisoned accidentally at some point. Do you want to tell us all about that?
Well, that was the Egyptian life.
Where that was Egyptian, was it?
Akhenaten was bringing in a monotheistic religion, which was outrageous for all the priests who'd always worshipped multiple gods. And so anyone that was his high priest, his life would be in danger. I and this other temple worker had to taste the wine and the water and the food to make sure it wasn't poisoned. So this particular time, I think this guy suspected it was poison and he got me to try it, and I was poisoned. And the reason I know this is partly because when I arrived there, I met this person immediately, and you can tell from that click, when you click with someone energetically. When we walked into the temple, Karnak temple, which is where Akhenaten was, I felt that I'd walked into that temple with him before.
Wow.
And then lots of stuff kicked off, and there was someone else in the party of the tour that I was on, and I just intuited that she'd been Nefertiti, who was obviously Akhenaten's wife. I acknowledged when I asked her if she had been. She said, yeah, that was one of my past lives. So there was lots of things that happened. So I was told about things before I went. Some time later, I'd been having a lot of stomach problems, and I'd got this session booked with someone in America to do a healing and a clearing of past life traumas. And she said, before I started the session for you, I could feel this real burning going all the way down my esophagus. And I told her a little bit about what had been going on for me. And she said, you know what? I think I was picking up your being poisoned in that past life.
Oh, that's a strange but true. That's definitely a strange but true, that one. Have you sleuthed David yet?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, have you? He's been sending you his numbers and all the rest of it, yeah?
You feel that connection with somebody. And for us, it was musical, obviously, at first.
Yeah.
But over time, I realised there was a lot more going on. And he's turns out he's been two kings, not just one, but two medieval kings.
Very, very handsome men indeed.
I don't doubt it.
It
I
carries
think this-
through to now, doesn't it? It's absolutely, yeah.
So which kings were you?
First one was in the War of the Roses era.
Oh.
So that was a bit earlier than Henry VIII. And that was Edward IV.
Oh, okay.
And he actually lives not far from where Edward IV would have met my past life, Eleanor Talbot.
Oh, okay. So we're talking about numbers. We're talking about birth dates sometimes, aren't we? So someone dies or is born on the same day or date. Yeah. And also we're talking about locations.
Yeah. So often you live near or you've born and worked near a location. And last time you gave me a shout out, you mentioned that I'd worked on top of that site, which was the old monastery where Eleanor Talbot was buried. That was the king that came along and courted her. And because she was religious, she wouldn't give in to his whims. And so he had to do a secret betrothal to her, and he ended up having his way and then buggering off, basically.
Oh,
that sounds perfectly reasonable.
He gets one of those thumbs down for that. We're not happy with that. All right, well, stay tuned. We're just going to play another tune by Peaceful Cacophony. This is an awesome one. This is Ultimately Nothing Really Ends.
Live
ultimately, nothing really ends by Peaceful Cacophony. We're joined by David Donnelly and Denise Wise from Peaceful Cacophony. The bass line in that is amazing, isn't it? We were listening to that on headphones, and you were saying that, just amazing, isn't it? That bass
and the
line.
vocal. I want to sound like that.
She wants to sound like you, Denise.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. We've been talking about Denise being poisoned in the court of Pharaoh Akhenaten. I've been a high-class hooker and an American poet. So you've been listening to Onion Unlimited this season.